We are talking about management as a profession. If we are taking management as a profession, what we need to do, what others are doing, we'll understand that. We discuss that, then we'll discuss about F.W. Taylor, who is popularly known as father of scientific management. Before that, what is organization management? Organization management refers to the art of getting people together on a common platform to make them work towards a common predefined goal. So this is the definition we discussed regarding the organization and management, what you are doing. So what is the purpose of organization management? People are working towards a common goal. That goal may be objectives of the organization it could be social goals or financial goals, whatever may be. Organization management enables the optimum use of resources through meticulous planning and control at the workplace. So whatever the goals and resources you have, resources means it could be finance, it could be manpower, it could be machinery, whatever resources you have making the best use of it. Organization management gives a sense of direction to the employees. And effective management ensures profitability of the organization. In the layman's language, organization management refers to the efficient handling of the organization as well as its employees. So these are the main objective of organization management. And what organization is doing and how organization management is doing, we need to follow the steps what we discussed. Then we'll read this person, F.W. Taylor, father of scientific management, born in 1956 and died in 1856 born, died in 1915. F.W. Taylor. So he has given some analysis, some theory on management, scientific management. That is also known as classical approach. What is classical approach? Whatever analysis he has given, we'll discuss that. That is known as classical approach. And there is some drawbacks of classical approach. What could be drawback? But his approach is mainly concentrated on profitability or productivity of the organization, the product. So how we can do more production, how we can do more profit, but not saying about the people who are working. So there is nothing about the people. So then the neoclassical came into picture because classical approach, what he has given the opinion, what he has researched, was not saying anything about the people. In neoclassical approach, it is mostly concentrated on people. Then in modern approach, it was given about the people and the managers. So there are some problem in the managers. So there are three things I told you: classical approach, neoclassical approach, modern approach. In classical approach, there was no mention about the people. So the neoclassical approach came. Neoclassical approach, there is no mention about the manager's problem. So the modern approach came. In modern approach, you have everything. So that means all this theory, all these schools of thought, whatever we are going to study, are divided into three things: classical, neoclassical, modern. F.W. Taylor, March 20, 1856 born and March 21, 1915 died. Commonly known as father of scientific management, started his career as an operator in one company. He joined in a small operator in a company. Then he retired as a chief engineer. That means in his career, wherever he worked, he has studied a lot. He has done a lot of research. He conducted various experiments during his process in form of basic scientific management. It implies application of scientific principles for studying and identifying management problems. According to Taylor, scientific management is an art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମେ ଜାଣିଛ କଣ କାମ କରିବ, କେତେବେଳେ କାମ କରିବ, କିଏ କାମ କରିବ. Scientific management is an art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do and seeing that they do it in the best and cheapest way. ତମେ ଜାଣିଛ ସବୁ, then you are observing, then you are controlling, monitoring, and how they are doing. They are doing in a best way, cheapest way. So that is the scientific management. In Taylor's view, if a work is analyzed scientifically, it is possible to find one best way to do it. So he has opined, he has given an opinion. So anything you have to analyze it scientifically. Then you can do the best judgment, best work to solve that purpose, solve that problem. Yet scientific management is a thoughtful, organized, and dual approach towards the job management against its and meets the rule of thumb. So a lot of things you have to plan, organize, and manage the job in the scientific management by analyzing and breaking the work in different pieces and analyzing scientifically each problem, then give a solution. In his experiment, he has conducted the main reason of general inefficiency and wastage in factory was ignorance on the part of both workers and management. He has given one analysis. Ignorance of the workers and management. So because of that, we have a lot of inefficiency in the organization. He made effort to replace the primitive rules of thumbs method by modern scientific method based on the investigation, analysis, and measurement. He defined management as the art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do. So these things we studied. So what he has analyzed, what is the outcome of his research is given in this slide. Every job should be broken into elements and scientific methods to perform each element should be established. Scientific selection, training, and development of workers to each job. Management should cooperate with the workers. These are the outcome of his research. So work breakdown, then analyze each unit of work into scientifically what is the solution. Then you are talking about training, development, skills. Then you are talking about cooperation. Management should cooperate with workers. Another thing you are talking about, the work of responsibility should be scientifically distributed. That means work distribution. So you should distribute the work properly between the worker management. So if you're a manager, it doesn't mean that you will not work anything. Taylor is known as father of scientific management, which also came to know as the Taylorism. Like Taylorism means like Gandhi's policy. You are talking about policy or ଗାନ୍ଧୀଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ଆଦର୍ଶ ଥିଲା ଗାନ୍ଧିଜିମ୍ କୁହାଯାଏ ତାକୁ ସେମିତି ଟେଲରଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ଆଦର୍ଶ ଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କୁ କୁହାଯାଏ ଟେଲରିଜିମ୍ ଟେଲରିଜିମ୍ Taylor believed that it was the role and responsibility of manufacturing plant managers to determine the best way of the workers to do the job and provide the proper tool and training. Giving the proper training, teaching, coaching to the worker will help a lot. This is what you are telling in his theory. And these 5 points are the principles what he has done. Develop a science that we discussed. We'll read on develop a science for each element of work. The entire work you have to divide into small pieces, then you have to analyze and develop a science of each element of work. Time and motion study elements unnecessary motions and eliminate unnecessary motions and identify the most time saving technique. For example, you have a business, you have office in different places in Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, Paradip, Baleswar, Mayurbhanj. So you are you're supposed to give some message or giving a training to each of these. So instead of going there and staying there, conducting a training, it is a very costly affair and also time consuming. You have to go to each place, you have to assemble those people, you have to give the training and tell something. Rather doing that, you can have a Zoom meeting or telephonic conversation. Sitting in one place, you can do the same thing to all people. So in that way, you can save time and save unnecessary cost. So this is what we are talking in the second point, time and motion study. Eliminate unnecessary motions and identify the most time-saving techniques. So how you can save time and money. This is what we are talking. Scientifically select and then train, teach and develop the workers. Suppose you have something new machinery and some people do not know how to operate. So you have done a selection who is going to operate that machine. So for them, you have to arrange a training and coach them how they can operate. What is that machine? How we can operate. So these things is analysis. Another thing you're talking about cooperation. If you cooperate people, if you cooperate your worker, then your productivity, your profitability, and motivation will high. Whatever you are working with the people should understand that you are there with them. That cooperation is required. Another thing you are talking about the work breakdown. So you have to divide the work between the management and the worker properly. Suppose that means if you are a manager, you should know the worker's job. If someone is working and not able to do it, you should able to train, you should able to tell and guide the person. It's not that you don't know anything what that worker is doing. So you should know and you should better knowledgeable than the worker. He should know everything what they are doing. And when we are dividing the work, you should give the work, you should keep the work for the management and the worker properly. Workers should not feel the managers are not working. The managers should not feel the workers are not working. So you have to divide the work properly. This is the outcome and research output of F.W. Taylor, father of scientific management. Then we'll read different personality, another personality. We'll go through it, we'll continue it. Today we'll not go further. We'll stop here. After that, we'll go through different approach, different analysis, what I was telling, classical, neoclassical, and modern. There are three things I was telling. Then I will go through it and understand each of this approach. Today we'll stop here and please keep your attendance by your names and roll numbers in the chat box. Thank you.